Hi, welcome to our channel Good New. When you think of Taiwan's semiconductor industry, you probably think of the powerful foundry field led by TSMC, but the chip design industry has always been Taiwan's strength. People will only remember the first place, no one will remember the second place, it is said. Well, in the field of chip design, the United States has held the first place for more than 10 years. It is little known, however, that Taiwan's IC design market share was second in the world as early as 2003. According to the most recent data from IC Insights, the United States will account for 68% of the global chip design industry's output value in 2021, while Taiwan will account for 21%. What is it about Taiwan's chip design industry that makes it a miracle? What are their current challenges? Welcome to Eyes of Real China, a place where you can discover the real China. Please subscribe to our channel and enable the notification bell before we begin today's video. Let's take a closer look at Taiwan's chip design industry in today's video. To begin with, Taiwan's strong chip foundry industry has become the most favorable guarantee for its chip design development. Taiwan has 4 of the top 10 wafer foundries in the world, with TSMC accounting for approximately 52% of the market, UMC accounting for approximately 7%, TSMC accounting for approximately 2%, and VIS accounting for approximately 1.5%. In other words, these 4 foundries have accounted for more than 62.5% of the global foundry market. Since Morris Chang founded TSMC in 1986 and developed a professional wafer foundry model, the global semiconductor industry's operating mode has shifted. The emergence of the foundry model has spawned a new model of collaboration between emerging chip design firms and foundry firms. Chip design companies no longer need to invest in the construction of production lines, which lowers the design threshold and reduces the risk of product development failures. Taiwan's thriving foundry industry has provided fertile ground for Taiwan's IC design industry to grow. Due to geographical advantages, designers can closely coordinate in real time with IC manufacturing suppliers to ensure that their semiconductor designs can be produced. This geographical advantage becomes even more important in the face of the epidemic's chip shortage. According to Korean media, as chip prices continue to rise, Taiwan fabless semiconductor companies have benefited from the support of local foundry firms. In contrast, it is difficult for Korean chip design companies to meet customer orders because they cannot find cooperating foundries. Given the current chip shortage, TSMC and UMC are prioritizing Taiwanese design firms with which they have close ties in order to give them a competitive advantage. This is particularly noticeable in smartphone chips. MediaTek, which has close ties to TSMC, has surpassed Qualcomm and now leads the global market. Taiwan's IC design industry has been investing heavily in research and development in order to maintain a competitive edge in the field of IC design. In 2020, Taiwan's IC design industry's R&D investment accounted for 17.7% of total revenue. In the same year, the global semiconductor industry's average R&D investment accounted for 14.2% of total revenue. In a 2010 article titled "Why is Taiwan's chip industry so advanced?" When responding to the blogger's question, "It is expensive to make IC chips, can your design be realized?" in the blog post, Dr. Fan Yuqing from National Taipei University of Technology stated, "There is no problem with this. We will send the IC design layout to TSMC for review. As long as the review is passed, the film can be taped out immediately, and all the expenses will be paid by the government." As can be seen, Taiwan strongly supports the chip design industry. No industry in a region can grow continuously, and the same is true for Taiwan's IC design industry. Since its inception, the company's talent and cost issues have grown increasingly serious. Then, what are the current challenges confronting Taiwan's chip design industry? In recent years, chip competition has grown in popularity around the world, and talent as the key to victory has become the object of competition among countries. Talent has become the focus of competition as a result of Taiwan's leading chip advantage. According to reports, as the US and China ramp up plans to increase domestic chip production capacity, the two sides may soon begin a battle for Taiwanese engineers. Taiwan's chip design talent shortage has reached unimaginable proportions as a result of internal and external difficulties. According to the survey, the talent gap in Taiwan's semiconductor industry will reach a 7-year high in the fourth quarter of 2021. Job seekers looking to enter the semiconductor industry can expect to get 3.7 jobs on average, which is more than double the overall demand-supply ratio of 1.7 jobs. Major manufacturers have devised various strategies to entice talent. MediaTek expects to hire over 2,000 new employees this year and offers a competitive salary of 2 million new Taiwan dollars plus annual salary for master's graduates and 2.5 million new Taiwan dollars for doctoral graduates. In addition to the high starting salary and a nearly 20% average salary increase, Novatech will provide a monthly childcare subsidy of 5,000 new Taiwan dollars for children under the age of 6 in the employee's home this year, and it is reported that they can work from home at least 15 days per month, hoping to retain excellent talents and attract new people to join. Aside from a talent shortage, the industry's requirements for talent quality are becoming increasingly stringent.
And I can tell they feel reassured.
The Industrial Bureau of the Ministry of Economic Affairs 2021 to 2023 Professional Talent Demand Estimation Survey of IC Design Industry 2021 to 2023, in light of emerging semiconductor application trends, Taiwan's IC design industry has increased demand for professional skills in IC design and R&D talents related to automotive electronics and intelligent Internet of Things. Manufacturers require AI and AIoT-related skills, as well as communication system-related professional skills. The most in-demand talents in Taiwan's IC design industry are firmware engineers, digital IC engineers, and analog IC engineers. Despite the fact that 4 major universities in Taiwan have established semiconductor colleges, there is still a long way to go before the problem of talent shortage is completely solved. Wafer foundry capacity will remain scarce for the time being. TSMC stated at the investor conference that it will not recklessly raise foundry prices for short-term profits, nor will it easily lower its quotations to account for a slowdown in end-market demand. However, the possibility of strategic price increases cannot be ruled out if necessary. This has already demonstrated that IC design firms will continue to see high foundry costs, with little to no decline and likely to rise further. As pure-play foundries raise their prices to reflect the continued scarcity of fab capacity, cost pressures will mount for many Taiwanese IC design firms. Furthermore, following the spike in chip prices last year, downstream customers are increasingly hesitant to expect another price increase, and even require IC suppliers to lower their quotations when the end market outlook is uncertain. This undoubtedly reduces IC design manufacturers' gross profit margins, as shown in the above-mentioned Taiwan IC industry output value chart for 2018 to 2022. In comparison to the ITRI International Institute of Obstetrics' 42.4% growth rate in 2021, the output value growth rate of Taiwan's IC design industry is expected to be only 14% in 2022, even lower than a 23.1% in 2020. Overall, based on the current IC design pattern, mainland China has begun to catch up. From a historical standpoint, innovation is critical for Taiwan's IC design industry to maintain a strong momentum and continue to develop. Thanks for having your watching in this video. You can add your ideas or suggestions below. Please keep following our channel and like our videos.